I think I could have just worked on this 3 weeks ago. If we open this, fake app 4. Yes! Yes, yes! We have a choice. We can just pass the data down into every single widget, or we can use a change notifier. This project's just going to be going on, I think, all year. I don't think that's going to work. All right, we are going to try our best to get back into the swing of things. I have been thinking a lot about the app, and I think I remember enough to continue working on it. But yeah, the last time, the reason I stopped or felt like why it felt difficult to come back was because I stopped at this really hard part and I did not want to do it. But today I've worked up the courage where we're going to make our own API to do overlays on an Android. We're also trying something new with the HDMI cable. This is my first stream with a with like an HDMI layout, so we're gonna test for latency. What was the reason why I couldn't use it again? I think it had something to do with it was hard for me to pass data into the app. That's where I got stuck last time. It kept crashing. Pretty much there's a package name here and that package name wasn't being pulled through. Maybe instead of building the API we can try investigating again. If we can try and make that work. Let's see, it's overlay, all overlay. Is this the main? Oh, this is overlay main. Where's main.dart? I don't see the library that we were using. Oh, here, Flutter overlay window. Yeah, we're gonna try to dig into this, see if we can get something going. Maybe there's an update to the Flutter package. Yeah, this is the one I was using before. Broadcast data to and from overlay app. So maybe we should try this. Share data. Now, how do we grab data is the question from an overlay. That doesn't answer anything because at the end of it, we still don't have a package name. Maybe it's something in context. Size, elements, the string. You know what we can try doing? Let's try like making this work again. And this time we'll try printing the context. Comment this out and I guess comment this. All right, we'll see if this works. I think F5 is debugging. I'm just hoping that it doesn't crash to at least give me a good setup. Call overlay, and call overlay here does nothing with the user profile, and it shouldn't because this is its own VM entry with its own different profile. So what we should do here is in main Dart, before even running the app, after running the app, somewhere like here, right? This is where we show the overlay. We should do await Flutter overlay window dot share data. Should do high or something, right? We're gonna do a hot reload, see if this works. I don't know if it will. It's Flutter code, so it might work, and it also might not work. Stream has already been listened to. Maybe we should have this in... We can try, but I don't know. I don't even know if this would work this way because Flutter overlay window pauses this. Current event high. Oh, okay. Okay, we're cooking. I didn't know how it worked, but I think I just messed up. I think I could have just worked on this 3 weeks ago. No. Okay, so pretty much now, we can just send whatever we want. Oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so freaking happy. Because now we don't even need, so for example, where is it? In overlay main Dart, like we don't need all the model stuff because we already, like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just pulling in everything at this point. It does not freaking matter. We just want this to work, and then we will send over app.package name. And then if we refresh this, I think refreshing should reset the list. Okay, let's try to reset the list where big app 0 is not. Come on, what the heck is this RNG? 0 again? Oh, okay, what's the logic that I have for this? There's probably a reason it's not working. This is... Oh no, there you go. Okay, so now, because I thought I made it RNG, but that was a very weird RNG pattern. So if we open this, fake app 4. Yes! Yes! Oh, thank you. Oh, I don't have to make this API. I don't have to make this API on my own. Oh, that's wonderful. What a great day. This is just a reminder that if you thought that certain things weren't going to work, sometimes sometimes you're literally just 2 minutes like you're one session away from getting it right. Here's the thing, we need to pass something into here. Now for one, let's just restart this and let's see what happens. Okay, so from the start, run app is done, which means that whatever it listens to is going to be a different event, and it's just going to run, initialize whatever it needs to open into the app. And then when I open the overlay, that's when we trigger the listen model. When we have an event, how do we listen for it and then bring it into our app? We need to like store it into something. We can store it into something. Man, I don't know how to work with virtual machines, because generally we would have a class and we'd instantiate the class and then we'd populate it with values, but now we're listening for a certain value but that may not be there. And more so the app, okay, for example, let's test this out first. If we do this, will it crash? Give it a little bit of time, see if it crashes, open overlay, skip through, nothing happens. Okay, so we don't even need to run the app. It might be in a bad state because I opened it and there wasn't a close overlay function. We can build that into the developer debug options, closing, like force closing an overlay when we restart. We probably want that because the overlay saves in between states. Let's see what else we get. Do we get anything else? We do get the fake app. If we close it and we open it again, nice. Okay, so this does open, this does work. Essentially, we can pass anything into here. We can pass a class object that's created. Can you only send a string? Overlay, listen. Oh, so that's not it. Whoops. Over here, share data, dynamic data. Okay, so you can share anything, and this would also probably fare pretty well. Creating an array, and if we create an array, we can break it back down when it comes back out. All right, let's see here. Current event. So that's the current event. What if we do print? Okay, so you can send over arrays, which is good, which means that we can just send over, we can just make this clean like overlay data. Can format this all, right? I mean, technically we don't even need this anymore. We can pass this through and we can say this dot overlay data. I guess we could do like can't define constant. We can, because this just has to be required. I mean, all the fields, oh, it's not final. Final. There you go. And we do this. So now we have overlay data, which is great. We have a choice. We can just pass the data down into every single widget, or we can use a change notifier. A change notifier isn't that bad. It would require more plumbing. But this is the only screen that we want to show, right? So let's not make it complicated and add state updaters. And I don't recommend doing dynamic for everything, by the way, because this is debug enabled. It does not matter. We don't need all of this because debug enabled does not, I mean, we could pass debug enabled, but that's going to be in the overlay data. We can close this. Did I create a null statement? Oh, I think it's just bugging out because I didn't close the overlay. I think I might do that. Let's do this in main model. We have a reset function. I think it's on reassemble. All right, let's see if this breaks it. All right, it doesn't seem like it breaks it. Let's test it here. Nice. So now we get the app name. Also, my entire app at this point, or 60% of it, is not unit tested, but it's okay. All right, I think this is good to go. Let's do one more thing to test. I want to see if this thing can take hash maps. I doubt it takes hash maps. Let's see how this fares. I wouldn't be surprised if this crashed. I don't know if this is a string, like if this materializes as a string or not. I mean, we can find out very easily. If I just do overlay data. Okay, it does. Wow. Okay, so it does take hash maps. That's something that I didn't do with my Kotlin app. Like, my Kotlin app could only take strings. I don't know if it could parse a hash map, but it probably works in the same way. Like, probably, like if you give it a dynamic text, it'll be able to convert a string into a hash map. But obviously this works. The only thing now to do is to have it be appropriate. What if we just pass main model dot user profile. I don't think that's gonna work. It does work. That means that we can transfer over everything. If we transfer over everything, we don't have to think about it, but we transfer over a lot of data. If we only transfer what we need, then we'll get a hash map with specific values, and we're doing redundant work because we're pretty much going to be reinitializing a hash map that we already have. And the hash map is just going to be like the package name. Let's see, package name, daily usage time. Perfect, actually. We can just reconstruct the profile app, right? Profile app dot to JSON. All right, let's see if that works. Nice. Okay, and that's fake app 2. The only thing that needs to happen now, this like blocks the apps for a certain amount of time, and then the time is gated based on your schedule. This is really like kind of non-intuitive because people would want to block certain apps. You can just do it this way for now. We are very close. This is the last part of the Android thing, and once we finish that, we'll move on to iOS. We'll finish iOS. We'll do backend. We'll clean up backend. Create the functionality for changing block times for specific apps instead of them all being bunched together based on a work schedule. This project's just going to be going on, I think, all year, which is very exciting. Thank you guys for joining, and make sure to subscribe so that you guys can catch me when I do go live. But other than that, thanks for coming. Appreciate all of you. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Peace.